In my guest, Mr. Liu Zhiqin, a senior researcher of the Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at Renmin University of China. Welcome, Mr. Liu, to China 24. Global economists are now raising their forecast for China's GDP growth in 2023. What has sparked this wave of optimism around the Chinese economy?
I should say, frankly, that there's no surprising for us to know that many foreign companies, especially the international communities, has to increase the forecast of the economic growth of China in this year because of two reasons. One is the great confidence. The global market has great confidence in China's future, especially in the return turning point of China's new policy to control the pandemic. So this is the very important factor that to support foreign companies to have a better, positive, and very progressing forecast about China's economic growth. And also, secondly, is that all this inflation rate in China at 2% in the last year. So this is show that China's economy structure is really resilience, very strong, and the potentiality is very high, and the dynamic is very good. All these three factors combined together, so there's no reason that to have doubt about China's future, especially the economic growth in this, because all these positive factors have been combined and well organized in China in order to get a better economic result this year. So I think this forecast will be surely achieved. I think maybe the real reality could be higher than this forecast.
Well, some are cautiously optimistic about the current situation, thinking that this current wave of infection and fear over possible more waves in the spring after the Spring Festival travel rush could, overshadow China's economic recovery. How can the country quickly get through this current wave and, really shift its focus to start growing its economy again?
I should say that China will try its best to get through all difficulties and the challenges we are facing the pandemic outbreak, because the COVID-19 cases are still great uncertainty, not only for China, but as well for the other countries, other economies, the same problem and the challenges, because nobody can really assure that there's no more new cases happen, because this is a very important factor. So China has to do its best to prevent such cases returning back. And the second that is very important for China is that we should have the restructure and rebuild our industrial chain and also the supply chain in order to deal all this uncertainty. Only doing so that we can consolidate our economic foundations to have better chances and opportunity to deal with the new challenges imposed by the uncertainty. Of course, we have another problem. For instance, the Western majors try to contain, as before, as Euro try to prevent China from its own developing road, but still China will do its best, will unite all people together to find a better way for China. So I think the growth of China's economic recovery this year is quite positive and very active, because this is a very important thing. We are developing very actively, not passively.
Well, Mr. Liu Zhiqin, thank you so much for sharing with us your analysis.